I've been seeing strange, I'm sure y'all have too. There are plagues of strange shit happening. Like, there's a lot of locusts, you know, not plague levels like there was a couple of years ago, but there's been a lot of locusts. I know I sound like I'm yelling. I'm talking because I'm talking over the music because I need my music. You know I need my music. They weren't plague level, and I could also blame it on us being right across from the industrial construction. I mean, you know, not far from industrial and commercial construction and agricultural shit. So, you know, that might not be necessarily normal because there's like swamp-like, lake-like conditions around here a lot. So, which is why we have like frogs sometimes too. My sister got me this. She got them years ago, in fact. Oh, I love her. I'm not gonna cry. Bitch, don't you cry. Don't you cry. Don't you cry. You good? You good, bitch? Don't cry. Share it if you want to, but don't you cry on camera. Okay, nobody gets me like you. Do the world a favor. There might be something wrong with you. That's what it says. And then she wrote, for real, sis. But do the world a huge favor and do not get it corrected or even diagnosed. Because if you expose your condition to the group thinkers, we're all doomed. I love you, lady. I love you too. And she's got me a ton of cards and little doodads, but these I keep in the kitchen because whenever I'm in here cooking. I love her. And the other one says, friends like you come along once in a lifetime. Oh my God, y'all. Don't. Okay. Friends like you come along once in a lifetime. Whatever day you were born was a great day. That's shade. That's shade because I never tell anybody my birthday. That's where that's from. And it's not because I'm afraid of aging or uncomfortable with aging. Well, I'm physically uncomfortable. But it's not because I'm uncomfortable with aging. It's because I don't celebrate my birthday because that's a whole different video. Anyway, it has a lot to do with not wanting to be a narcissist or greedy or using people for what they can buy me. But anyway, whatever day you were born was a great day. I'm going to just celebrate you every day because I get to call you my sister. That's a heart with a smiley face. She be drawing me shit. I love her. Terrible drawing skills, huh? LOL. Happy every day, sis. I knew I should have started with this side with my long-winded ass. Oh, wait. One. Oh, shit. I wrote this in the wrong order, read in the wrong order. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go. My beautiful sister. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being you. Thank you for all that you bring to my world. Your very presence, physical and otherwise, makes a positive difference in my life. I love you infinitely and unconditionally. I knew I should have started on this side with my long-winded ass. Whatever day you were born was a great day. I'm going to just celebrate every day I get to call you my sister. It said that's a heart with a smiley face. Horrible drawing skills, huh? Happy every day, sis. And then she drew me a better heart with a smiley face. Because I don't just buy people stuff. I mean, well, I do. I think about people and I pick stuff up. But I don't buy people stuff like for a Christmas day or something like that. I pick some up from thinking about them. Because I really do celebrate every day that every good one of you. But on the other hand, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't find a day and really go out of your way. But anyway, it's kind of like Christmas. I'm like, why does everybody have to have the Christmas spirit? If the Christmas spirit is humane and giving and loving and helping those in need, shouldn't that be every day? Like people say that, oh, every day is Valentine's Day. But no, shouldn't every day? But if you use my logic, we would never have any official holidays. And in our society, they are important for people to take time for vacation, for their families, for personal time. That's all that's important. So don't think I don't understand that when I be going on and on and on about fuck holidays and your birthday and my birthday too, and everybody's birthday. And I need to wash some grapes. I need to bite the bullet and promote my Patreon page. I'm gonna edit this out. Y'all not interested in that. But I think that's the beauty of my channel. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 people out there that might go, shit, that's a good idea. I think I'll start doing it. It'll save me space and time. And then what do you know? I done helped some damn body. I'm trying not to eat some more guacamole. What the hell, neighborhood grocery store? What are y'all putting in that guacamole? That's so delicious. I can't even. I miss you, cuties. Every now and then they show up again, but whenever something amazing comes out like that and then it disappears, I presume something went awry with the crop. And Halos might be sweet. And plus my homeboy's son did a commercial for Halos.
Hey, little buddy. Is it okay if Daddy has one of your halos?
I don't know. Is it okay if you sleep in a bed shaped like a race car and wear superhero jammies? Well?
No.
They're angels, unless you mess with their halos. Introducing Wonderful Halos. Pure goodness.
Dress from Black Sheep. His son did a little commercial for Halos. Adorable. They got too damn many seeds in there. If you have something cute and compact and easy to unwrap, it can travel, it has its own packaging. As soon as you open it, it's clean and ready to go, ready to eat. And you don't have to be bothered with seeds. Like say you're on an indoor set and you're between takes and you can't run in and out of the location. The cuties were perfect. These are just not nearly as sweet as cuties. So at first I thought, I was like, oh, cuties found a way to get back on the market. They probably got a deal with Ocean Spray and said, let's just use your packaging. You know, because we're not supposed to harvest none this year. We made a deal, so, but if we could use your packaging, we'll give you a cut. Ocean Spray was like, sweet. And by sweet, I don't mean sweet because our oranges are not sweet. Needless to say, Ocean Spray would be a perfect replacement for cuties if they had any flavor whatsoever. Fucking ever. But I'm convinced that oranges and citrus is good for you because I recall going on a grapefruit diet on more than once in my life successfully. And I also remember going on a diet where whenever I got hungry and wanted a snack, I got a little Cuties orange and it served me well. And I got nice and fit that way. During this particular round of wellness efforts, God willing. God is willing. Harvested this yesterday. What's a shame is that I don't have cucumbers coming out my ears. I should. And I imagine this corn would be messed up, but maybe it's not. Is there a problem with eating corn that you neglected? Like, can unshucked corn go bad? So, the last time I went grocery shopping, Mr. went with me, and he got tipsy while I got litty, and so we both had munchies, and we all know that the worst thing you can do is go to the grocery store with munchies, and we both did. So, some lady had him hemmed up at the food tasting station, and he ended up getting, y'all know I ain't no brand whore, so he ended up getting 2 of these, chicken sausage. Anyway, this shit is spicy. So I have this marinade that you mix with juice, and it has an example of apple juice, and they have options of orange and tomato juice, but any kind of juice apparently, you can just add juice for your marinade. So I was going to make some of this sorrel and add that, but I don't have to waste my sorrel. I mean, not that it would be waste because it's going to be a marinade, but I don't have to do that. I bet I can use vinegar. I bet I can use rice wine vinegar. I bet you I can use red wine vinegar. I mean, could I not just use it like a dry rub though? Does it not work like that? Combine marinade mixed with apple juice in a resealable plastic bag, mix well. Add meat turning to coat. And place sealed bag in the refrigerator for 30 minutes or longer, turning bag occasionally. Remove meat and discard remaining marinade. Why did I do that? When you have a marinade and it tells you to use half of it while it's cooking and reserve half of it, and then you kind of baste with the other half or whatever. Whatever you use, however you use the marinade. Once it's done cooking, they always suggest that you throw away the marinade, the leftover marinade. Ain't that then the juice for the meat when you eat it? Why do you have to throw it away? That's the juice on the meat. You can't let the meat sit in that juice, that flavorful juice, and where it gets all this flavor. Like you cooking, you culinary bitches, answer that for me, please. I don't get it. Why do we have to always throw away the extra marinade for the meat? Whoa, scared me. Washing and freezing half the chicken for future use. And this, I'm just washing the other half to actually put in this marinade I'm about to create. I ruined a whole meal. Well, I ruined several whole ass meals. But I ruined a whole meal before I realized that this sauce is too spicy for Mister. It says rich and sassy. I didn't think this fire meant that the sauce was on fire. I thought that it was rich and I didn't think it was hot. So we went through a couple of meals eating and me having to find something else, whether it was soup or whatever, to replace the meal that we had ruined. And I realized the last time that it was this sauce. What was that reminded me of? Oh, this andouille sausage. So Mister went to the grocery store with me. Both of us with the munchies, like Dumbies. That's where I ended, Dumbies. And so I'm buying up all the salmon and fish that they have at the market. While I'm buying up all the fish, I go over to put, you think I'm lying. I literally was picking it up, what I wanted that looked good enough to take home, and filled the cart with it. When I saw the cart, I didn't see him standing next to it. He was standing in front of the sample lady to get a sample of this andouille chicken sausage. So I stood there for a minute thinking he was going to at least glance up, because I'm like, I know he's not going to look at her long enough for somebody to steal the cart. Well, apparently he was. So what I did, I just put the meat in the cart. I was like, nobody's going to mess with it, right? He's right there. It's several feet away, but actually about 12 yards. I put the fish in the basket. Stacks and stacks on stacks, right? He never looks up. And so as I walked away from it, I kept looking at him so I could, wave him down and be like, I'm right here. That's the cart. Although he left the cart there to begin with. Well, as it turns out, I went to go load up on another layer of fish. When I came to bring it back to the cart, I was like, where's the cart? I thought maybe he had it, but he was right there. So the cart would still be here. And so I was like, where's the cart? And he was like, and I'm like, you were right there. Where is the cart? And the cart had all the good meat that the grocery store had to offer, I'm telling you. So I was like, I'm gonna find this cart. Now, when the cart was standing there and he was getting distracted by the sample bitch, it was a chick actually putting out produce right where the cart was. And I know I saw her. She and I locked eyes. So I went over to her, not that it was her responsibility, and I let her know I knew it wasn't. I said, I know you've been over here busy. I was like, but did you see somebody get a cart that was standing right by the podium? She was like, no, ma'am, I didn't. And so I was like, But I was thinking, bitch, yes you did. You saw, because you saw me put meat in there, and now the cart is gone, and I wasn't with whichever colonizer came and snatched that cart. I wasn't with them. So hopefully they think that you was watching it for me, and they put it somewhere, right? So I'm looking everywhere now. Mister's looking everywhere, because he knows how important the cart is at this point. Sometimes you have some things, and you're like, well, they put it all back. They must didn't want to sell it today. But in this case, I wanted everything. I had just painstakingly taken the time to select and place into the cart. And the unfortunate part is that if I find the motherfucker that took the cart, I'm ready to fight. And it's a shame that I'm ready to risk my freedom. That's what I tell other people, Don't be willing. It's not worth your health, your life, your freedom, injury, even if it's you getting injured from whipping his ass. Like you broke your fist, punching his skull in. Who wants that recovery time? I want to use my hand. I want to keep using my hand. Without pain. So, but I was ready to fight. Reason being, I took the time to pick this fish. And I should have been fighting him, if anything, for not keeping an eye on the damn cart in the name of tasting some chicken sausage that you can't even eat. I'll get to that in a minute. So I went up and down by 4-5 aisles. Then I was going to go further to the other end, because I was like, whoever did, I texted him. I was like, whoever did this is fucking with us. They saw us over there, knew it was our cart, and they are literally fucking with us. And so I was going to run all the way down the end and tell him to meet me. But something told me, go back over that produce area. And that's when I went over there. And I went up and down every aisle of the produce area. And where did I see our cart but over in front of the deli area? Just sitting there. Goddess is good. Goddess is good. Because if I would have laid eyes on the motherfucker that played that game, it would have been a trick or treat, and it wouldn't have been no treat when I tell you. Red wine vinegar. And oil. I'm going to go ahead and use the old school. I'm going to use grapeseed oil. I've been using a lot of grapeseed oil. I don't know if there's benefits to it over. I'm just going to mix it like this. In comparison or over, just enough to be liquid enough to cover the meat. And there's going to be a little leftover water on the meat from when I washed it. So we're going to get this marinade all over this chicken. Cut this bell pepper up in here. I think I'm going to put some onion in there. Because people can act like onion stinks all they want to. If you walk into a culinary bitch's house and she's cooking, there's not anything with onion in it that she could be cooking that you're not going to say, what's that smells so good? Because that's how onion makes shit smell when it's being cooked with it. You know what? I should bake a couple of potatoes if I can find my baked potatoes. Potatoes. I washed the chicken in this earth-friendly Tupperware that I should have got for free a long time ago that I told y'all about. Y'all remember that? See? I be letting y'all in on stuff. But I never did send the rebate in, so I didn't get mine for free. I paid for this bitch. So I lined it with the grocery store plastic. Just so it won't be wet with the old chicken when I pull it out of here. And I put it in there like so. Fold this bag over, just one loosely time. And try very, very hard not to eat a spoonful of guacamole. All you can do is try. I'll tell you what. If I can't get this top to seal tightly. Checking the date on the applesauce. This is how bad I need to clean my house. May 2017. I think it's May 9th specifically. Oh God, May the 2nd. Gotta do better. And I'm going to. I don't like to say start at a certain time, because that's pretty much an indication that you don't mean it. You don't mean it. But I do mean it. Right. I thought you said you already knew about that. Question mark, exclamation point. See, people don't listen to me. They like, yeah, I know. They think I do that. And maybe I do sometimes. But I don't do it a lot. Not as much as people make it out to be. But when I try to tell somebody else something, they shut me down the way they accuse me of shutting somebody else down. So when I say, oh, okay. Because at this age, I'm not convincing people of shit that I just told them. You know what I mean? If we watching the same movie and I see that you are not paying attention to something, or that you skipped over a pertinent fact, or you weren't paying attention to a piece of to something that I can tell is going to be an intricate piece of the puzzle at the end of this movie or during somewhere. It's going to be an intricate piece of the puzzle. I see you're not paying attention. So I'm like, oh, they trying to show you that this is this is this. And you like, nah, they judge. Then I am at liberty to say, oh, okay. And wait till the end of the movie for you to not say, you know what, you called it. You called it. Because that's too much like right. I guess I'm getting hyped because I'm paralleling this to people in regular life. When I say something, you think I'm either trying to be hating, you think you just don't know what tough love is, because everybody's so busy tiptoeing around everybody to the point of enablement. Enablement, bitch, because I bet you that all the bitches that were clutching their pearls when the preacher molested Ariana Grande in front of a national audience on Aretha Franklin's day of her passing, her funeral, for everyone to see. I guarantee you that dude didn't lose a handful of congregation after that. And fuck his enabling ass wife. I feel sorry for their daughter who may either be fully aware or be oblivious to the fact that she has been born onto a fucking sex offender. He don't have to admit it. We saw him do it. And fuck R. Kelly's wife too. You acting, book-selling bitch. And fuck the bitch at Wanda and Frank's radio station that couldn't take what she dished And her husband then pulled a gun on Cat Williams. Fuck them, both of them. Fuck that bitch and the fuck boys that she attracts and procreates with, clearly. You told me you already knew, period. When I sent it, comma, and you forgot to show it to me, period. I gotta watch how I word it, because everybody's gonna take me as throwing, just being antagonistic. When I sent it, you told me, when I sent it, comma, you told me you already knew and forgot to show it to me. But yes, fuck her and her fuck boy husband. No, I was going to tell you that they were talking shit about Cat, saying he was a hater. The way the text showed up, I didn't see the title. I thought DL was reposting something when I got busy and never looked. You know how you don't look, because you think I'm just... But yes, fuck her and her fuckboy husband. She called herself a comedian, comma, her whole career ought to be completely over. I told you could see it eating her up alive inside. Remember, I told you the very moment that he started to size her phony ass up. I knew he was on his way, duh. And I hope they can't get no artists ever no more on their radio station. Not just comedians. I hope they can't get comedians. I hope they can't get celebrities. I hope they can't get nobody they trying to get an interview with. Because they're like, no, because this weak ass bitch might have her bitch come for me. She might stick her bitch on me. So, you know what? Nah. I hope they don't get no interview. And I hope their sister stations don't get no interview. And I hope their brother stations don't get no interview. And I hope none of their affiliates don't get no interview. Because just like we show people, colonizers being racist as they are representing their companies. I'm not talking about the ones off the clock. But even the ones off the clock, if you don't do anything, then that says something about your company. So it's not that, well, fuck it, you should get fired. But I mean, you know, if you work for a private company and y'all don't have to deal with other marginalized humans at all because you don't even fuck with us, that's fine. That's a real racist because you don't even think black dollars are valuable. You don't even want black dollars, right? But for somebody that's doing it for the money, Wakanda, they are still racist. They're more aware of how more accustomed they are to a certain lifestyle, which is why boycotting is effective. It looks like he just showed it in his waistband, comma. But the fact that he went up there with a gun at all, question mark, that is some punk ass bullshit. Exclamation point. And I don't want to hear no shit about he always carry his gun up there for whatever. I don't want to hear any of that. Because she and him standing at the door, pretty much waiting on Cat. So he can lift up his shirt and show his gun for what? For what? I went from she weak and whoever would lay down and procreate with her is weak to I'm talking about her and her husband. Period, not Cat. I still say they both bitch made. WTF, he gotta protect her from question mark, jokes, question mark, or not even jokes, period. A conversation, question mark, that she started. You proud of yourself? You got your little get up? You gotta get up? Straight. She corrected it.
She just did that because she's trying to be professional.
You feel like you got a hood girl now?
Yeah. Right there.
Sexy.
Make sure you run nice and fast, get those arms working. If you're following me on the left, then really focus about doing this with really good posture. So keep those tummy muscles pull in really tightly. That's good. Okay, so that is now.
What kind of action? Oh.
Right.
What kind of action you get at the grocery store?
Arms up, knees bent. Now kick for me and kick really hard. So we just.
I wouldn't get no action at the grocery store.
It's the wrong time.
It might have been.
There's just a bunch of old white people in there.
They need love too.
They do need love too.
Ooh, I don't need y'all either. Ooh, don't wanna talk about it. Ooh, like I don't know nobody. Like I don't know nobody. I guess I don't. I guess that she just gon' go buy herself that purse. At first, I guess that she just gon' go swipe by herself worth.